What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OG Nonboy back with another video, and in today's video I have a team that I found on FP channel which consists of Abomasnow, Trevenant, and Jellicent, and I was able to go on a 12-3 run with it over the course of 3 sets, which is an 80% win rate. So pretty successful team. And yeah, Jellicent is a very underrated pick that has been gaining in popularity recently, as it does well against the Tentacool, the Mawile, among other picks in the meta. So without further ado, let's get into these battles here. And first match, we have the Abomasnow into Tropius. So this is a pretty good lead for the Abomasnow. You're doing double super effective damage with the Powder Snows, and you get to the Weather Balls pretty quickly. And you get to the first Weather Ball in 5 Powder Snows. So I hold on to the energy because they can catch if you throw it right away. The optimal timing would be 7 Powder Snows before you throw the first Weather Ball. And for some reason here, I actually kind of make a misplay, and I throw the Energy Ball at the Araquanid. And the Jellicent here completely hard walls the Araquanid, so there's really no point in throwing energy to soften it up. And as you can see here, the Bug Buzz not doing too much damage. And we're going to be able to get a pretty good farm down here, but we will be taking another Bubble Beam, which debuffs us even further. And here I'm going to just spam off all the Shadow Balls, but a case could have been made for me preserving the energy on the Jellicent and swapping into the Abomasnow. But the reason I didn't do that was because the Tropius was kind of loaded on energy, and they would have gotten to a Leaf Blade or Air Slash pretty quickly, and I didn't want to have to shield my Abomasnow. But they do have the Whiscash in the back, so it kind of didn't matter how I ended up playing that. And the opponent's going to realize that the game is lost, and they're going to concede the match there. So that was a pretty good lead there. Next match, we have a Bruxish, which is a losing lead for the Abomasnow if they decide to invest shields, just because the Confusion's really chunk, and they can debuff you with the Psychic Fangs, and then the Confusions will chunk even more, and it takes you a while to get to the Energy Balls. So we're going to swap into the Trevenant. We do have 2 better answers to the Bruxish in the back, and they're going to bring in their own Trevenant. So I'm going to throw the Seed Bomb here, as I know it will just about KO from this range with the extra Shadow Claws, and that's going to force a shield from the opponent, and they're going to farm all the way down. And here I'm going to bring the Abomasnow back in and farm them down, but I do know I have to shield because they're going to be able to reach a Shadow Ball. But we know that the Energy Ball will go a long way against a Bruxish if it comes in, and we're probably going to see the 3rd Pokemon. So they bring in a Jellicent, which isn't a great answer to the Abomasnow either. As you're going to see, this Energy Ball hurts them quite a bit, but it makes sense that they came in with it just because they are able to reach the Shadow Ball here, which just about takes out the Abomasnow. So we do have another Ghost type in the back, so we should be able to take care of this Bruxish, and yeah, able to take this game here. A Crunch isn't going to KO from this range. We do get the debuff, but we're able to reach the Shadow Ball, and even though we did get debuffed, the Jellicent in the back has a lot less health than us, and they're able to go down to 1 Hex, and we take that match there. So next match, we have a very positive lead in the Whiscash. So they're going to swap into the Tropius. I'm going to stay in here, and I throw right away, just because I kind of thought that was the proper timing, but since they swapped in, like, it messes up the synchronization of the move, so I poorly timed that, and they were able to sneak an Air Slash through, which kind of made me nervous since I was scared that if they just committed to the fast moves that they might be able to take out my Abomasnow before I took them out. But thankfully they let their Tropius go, and they bring in the Mawile, which we're going to be able to hard wall with our Jellicent. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here, and this should be a wrap, right? Like, we have the Jellicent for this Mawile, and we also have a second Grass type in the back for the Whiscash in the form of our Trevenant. It takes them a while to get to the Blizzard, but I do save the shield for the Trevenant anyways, and I'm going to get the Seed Bomb off here. So opponent going to let this go, and they're going to concede the match. So next match here, we have Abomasnow into Lanturn. Another very positive lead for the Abomasnow. And they swap in the Tentacruel, so I'm going to bring in the Jellicent. And this is kind of the whole point of having Jellicent on the team, or one of like the really strong points of Jellicent. So I'm gonna let the first move go through. We are resisting every move that the Tentacruel could learn, and here they're going to throw the Acid Spray first to debuff us, and I'm going to overfarm a little bit and then throw off this Surf. And opponent actually going to shield, which I found very interesting at the time, since they're gonna either hit me with a Sludge Wave or a Scald, supposedly, but they're actually running the Blizzard, so that ended up doing enough damage to take me out. But we're still in a pretty okay position here, since both of our Pokemon do very well against the Lanturn, so alignment isn't terribly important, and having an energy lead on Trevenant is very broken in this cup here, since you can kind of take care of a lot of things, even a Mawile, if you have a good enough energy lead and you're able to bait them with a Seed Bomb. So I'm gonna go double Seed Bomb here. I don't want to tank a move or have to use a shield in the scenario, but it wouldn't have mattered if I had to use a shield, since we're probably not going to be shielding anything against this Mawile here. And we do go for the heavy hitting move of the Energy Ball, and this should put them in range to where they're going to be able to be farmed down by Shadow Claws. So opponent really did have to let that go though, because if they didn't, or if they shielded that, then it would have gotten to a Shadow Ball, so their hands were kind of tied in that situation. So final match here, or no, this isn't the final match, I think, or nah, this might be it, but we got the Ferrothorn lead. So Abomasnow actually catching a lot of positive leads in this set, and we're gonna go straight for the Weather Balls, and opponent throwing potentially what could be a Flash Cannon, but they're gonna bait me with the Power Whip, and I'm gonna throw off this next Weather Ball. This will put the Ferrothorn close to KO range if they let it go, but they're going to shield that one, and I'm going to get to another one. And the opponent shielding that one as well, so I'm going to catch the Flash Cannon to preserve my Abomasnow, and I don't want to have to use another shield. And they're going to bring in the Walrein, so this is also another Pokemon that the Jellicent does have a very good matchup against. All three of your Pokemon do have play against the Walrein, but the Jellicent has the best matchup, as it only takes neutral damage from the Earthquakes, and that's a pretty heavy move to invest in, and also you're resisting the fast move of the Powder Snow. So here I'm going to shield the Earthquake, and I'm going to commit to a full farm down. I know I'm likely going to see the Ferrothorn come back in, so I'm trying to load up on energy here, and opponent waiting out their switch clock. They're going to bring in the Ferrothorn. I'm going to get a little bit of extra energy, throwing one Hex before I swap out, and they have their own Jellicent in the back, so going to be able to hit them with an Energy Ball, and this almost knocks them out. They're not going to be able to be KO'd by our Abomasnow. They're going to get the Shadow Ball off, but we're going to have a Hex ready for them, and then we have a lot of energy ready for the Ferrothorn in the back. So able to go 5-0 in the set, so maybe not the most entertaining of battles, just because we did catch, I think, 4 positive leads out of the 5 matches, so it would have been kind of bad if we didn't win all those matches. But this team definitely performed well. Saw a lot of Trevenant leads between the 3 sets that I did play, and I went on a nice little run, so definitely give this team a try. And yeah, I was able to win some Mawile leads as well, outlining, well, I don't remember if I actually outlined how to play that, but if you do see a Mawile in the lead, you can swap in your Trevenant, bait the Seed Bomb, and go for a Shadow Ball if they try to stay in, and then you bring your Jellicent in to meet it, and you should be at a shield advantage, so it gives you some play depending on what your opponent has in the back. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also submit your battles in the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.